In this video, I'm going to show you a neutral that's even better for your wardrobe than black and how to style it. We all use black as a go-to neutral in our wardrobe. It's kind of like the colour that everybody has. It doesn't seem to matter whether you've had your colours done, whether you wear light colours, dark colours, everyone has black in their wardrobe. But it's actually not the best neutral you can have. Weirdly, it's actually quite unflattering on an awful lot of people. Plenty of us know that we have to always wear a lipstick if we wear black, or always wear it with a bright colour. But there is a neutral that is every bit as versatile than black. In fact, I think it's even more versatile, and it's going to work on way more skin tones. It's going to be flattering for way more people and just works so much better in your wardrobe. So step forward, navy blue. Navy blue goes with so many more colours with black. Because it's got that little bit less intensity, it's just a little bit more forgiving. It means that whatever colours you've got in your wardrobe, navy blue is going to work with them. Now, there are variations on navy that can work even better depending on the kind of colours you've got in your wardrobe, and we'll talk about those in a moment. But crucially, if you have loads of black in your wardrobe but you find yourself either trying to find ways to wear it or struggling with it, feeling you need to wear more makeup, then navy is definitely the option to go for. But let's talk specifics. Now, we at Kettlewell really believe in seasonal palettes, so we work with 4 colour palettes. You might know them. So there's the spring palette, which is kind of light and bright and clear and kind of airy. And then we get into summer palette, which is much softer, kind of smoky colours, lots of greys and denim blues. And then you have the autumn palette, which is like rich and warm and earthy. Think about trees in autumn time. And then you get the winter palette, which is all crisp, sharp colours. And interestingly, this is the only palette that actually has black in it. So if you do wear the winter palette, black can work. But even for so many winters, navy is still going to be a better option. Classic navy, you can't go wrong with. If you don't know your seasonal palette, just that true inky, intense navy, what we think of when we say navy blue, is a brilliant starter colour. Whether you wear bright colours in your wardrobe or more neutral colours, it works really, really well. And you can just see, you style it with something like a classic camel trench, denim jeans, it's going to work with everything. You can add a splash of colour. It is basically a fail-safe go-to option. But if you want to get a little bit cleverer, you can actually choose a navy that works for your seasonal palette. So let's take a look at those. Spring palette navy. You can probably already see it's a slightly lighter, brighter navy. It's almost like a royal blue. It works so well with those lighter, brighter spring palette colours. So if you think of like apple greens and coral pinks and lemon yellows, going for a slightly lighter, brighter navy works so brilliantly for that. And if you're someone with like fairer hair, a paler skin tone, then going for a lighter navy can be a really good option. And you can actually see I've also paired it with a lighter denim because those light, fresh colours really bring out that spring palette vibrancy. Okay, summer palette navy. You can probably see this almost looks like a grey on the screen. So the summer palette is like a softer, smokier look. If you maybe have like a lower contrast appearance and you find your wardrobe's full of kind of denim blues and grey tones and kind of smoky, soft shades, then the summer palette works really well. And your best navy blue has kind of got those grey, smoky tones to it. I've actually paired it with a kind of similar shade in the skirt and then added a little bit of colour with a soft, smoky pink. But you can really see how all those tonal, soft shades work together for the summer palettes. The autumn palette is the one where navy perhaps feels the trickiest. When you think of like rusty, browny shades, it's kind of tempting to go into browns for your neutral, which you can do. But if you want to find autumn palette's best neutral, it's this kind of dark tealy marine navy colour, which has got a kind of extra bit of warmth, an extra bit of yellowness that works so well for that rich, warm autumn palette. And you can see I've paired it with kind of the olive tones, which are so on trend this year still. And it's those kind of warm, yellowy tones together work so much better than a colder, crisper navy blue. Okay, last up, winter palette. Now, as we said, the winter palette can do black, but actually a really, really useful colour which can work so well for winters, especially, dare I say it, as we get a little bit older. Sometimes black can be a little bit stark, even on winters. Going into a dark, inky navy works so well. So a really true, deep, almost black navy blue works so well. And you can pair it with the kind of bright colour pop, high contrast of the winter palette. So doing it with like red and white or bright pink works so well with that dark, high contrast navy blue. But remember, it's just not that important. If you want an alternative to black that's going to work for you, you can go for that classic, crisp, true navy. It's going to work with whatever your colour palette is, whatever colours you want to put it with, it's going to work. However, if you really, really hate navy and you want some better options out there that still aren't black, I've actually linked another video in the description below which has got a whole slew of alternatives to black for you.